All right. What happened when last we left our intrepid heroes?
We spent too much time planning. That's
a lot
what
of
happened.
time planning.
No, too much. He yelled at us.
Yeah, you said it wasn't allowed, but it's like also there's no rules, so it's like
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, you guys were stretching a little bit, stretching the boundary of what was believable for a pre-sesh, but yeah, I would say. But what do I know? All right, so you guys find yourselves opposite the Flame Skulls with a Z, in the middle of Orkalork, the great orc nomadic clan festival, the once yearly festival. You guys also got some goodies last session from playing various games at the festival. And checked out that build your own potion, that build a potion workshop, which I thought was very funny. Love that guy. Pulled him out of my ass. Don't say a fucking word. God damn it.
I got that weird invisibility potion.
Yeah, you got the potion of half invisibility, which should be interesting.
Otherwise known as the potion of pretending to be either a paraplegic or a corpse.
It can come in handy.
It's I, sentient pair of pants.
It sounds terrible.
Nice pants.
While checking to see if there were any fun money-making opportunities, Gaspar found out about the big fight that was going on in the main tent, and was able to join as a last-minute entrant, was able to join the party. They give away magic items to the winners of said fights, and they can be pretty intense. There are no rules, except for the rules. You guys are currently fighting for what has been described as a Castorian...
Sexy blunderbuss?
Boom. Sexy blunder... Yes, a sexy blunderbuss.
Thank you.
Ooh, that was it.
You can hear my mind pivoting, like... One of the hamsters had a stroke.
That'd be a good team name for if we can't use Velociraptor Starship again.
Sexy Blunderbuss is a great team name. Holy shit, you're right.
That
Sexy
is amazing.
Blunderbuss, amazing band name. Let's be real.
It is an incredible heavy metal band name.
I mean, team name, band name, same thing.
Yeah, honestly. One of the other things that you noted is that one of the members of the opposing team apparently got subbed out. Not apparently of his own volition. An orc that Volkervars would recognize as a member of the Thraxork clan who had beef with Volkervars' nation of Tuskep. Sorry, we lost the audio here, so I'm just filling you in. Chief Ulgrin shouts that it is time to begin the battle, and we are entering initiative.
Also, do we want to take a moment to go over what our plan was, or should we just run into it mindlessly?
No, you guys literally just had that conversation, so yeah, in the game, so I would say go for it.
I think the initial plan was to have Toothpick take bridge in between us, something to that effect.
Yeah, he's taking on the big orc, right?
That is in fact an ogre, by the way.
Oh,
yeah, big orc.
Just important distinction.
Big orc.
Big ogre, right?
Orker. I got a 24 on my initiative roll.
I got
Excellent.
a 9.
You got a 98? What?
No, 9. I got a 9.
Oh.
That would be silly.
Combat starts, everybody's already dead.
Oh boy, that is not a great spread for me.
But we all definitely agreed that the guy with the dagger is probably gonna cheat in some way, right?
How can you cheat when there are no rules?
Except for the rules of no killing.
You want to focus fire him, or?
Oh yeah, Vukro did specifically say that if we can take him down first before he can slice his throat open, that'd be appreciated.
Okay.
I can try and hit him with Tasha's hideous laughter.
That
Then he's on the
sounds like
ground, and we can just curb stomp him, but not lethally, of course.
I like that idea. Are there any curbs in this stadium?
There are no curbs in this universe, actually.
I mean, they have streets.
Yep, streets have no curbs. They just slide right off into the sidewalk there.
Oh, damn.
Why are you causing trouble?
Because I'm a horrible goose.
Does anyone have stone shape? So we can create our cup.
Oh, I actually have, I think, something like that. It's called Mold Earth.
Well, Chris, do you have an idea about what you want to do? Remember, there's a number of like columns around you. There's a little chest-high wall of spikes. There is a water feature, and there's a pit of water across it with a 5-foot sort of like bridge of dirt across it. And that's the only way to get across without like jumping the water or something.
But it's only like a 5-foot jump, right?
It is a 15-foot jump.
Oh,
I
the
could
bridge is 5
definitely-
feet wide.
It's 5 feet. Oh! I'm sorry. You're talking about the bridge across the middle.
Well, that's I thought what you were just talking about. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
talking about the
sorry.
water feature. Sorry.
Yeah,
I got
the
confused.
water feature. It's 15 feet long, 5 feet wide.
How far away from us are our opponents?
About
65 feet, about.
65 feet. Yeah.
I could totally take out that bridge with Mold Earth.
Yeah, but then we got to jump 15 feet if we want to get them. And we want
Well,
to
what
get
if we
them.
waited until they were on the bridge and then?
Oh my
take
god,
the-
Isaac, you are fucking brilliant.
Yeah, if they get to the
Uh,
bridge.
So what we should do then is position Vulcrifiers right on the end of the bridge so that idiot comes running at him and then kill the bridge while he's on it.
Then maybe we can get the ogre too.
Maybe. I'm less
Oh.
worried about the ogre. Weirdly. Because I don't think the ogre is here to kill anybody.
That is true.
Yeah, so maybe Gaspar will just go about 10 feet from the bridge and start yelling taunts, trying to goad our opponents to run at us, bro.
That could definitely
Okay.
work.
Ooh, what languages do I have? My phone is not optimized. For,
I mean, you don't need languages to taunt. You can just,
I wanted to
gesture
see if
vulgarly.
I had languages, though. Oh. Is it a
Well,
fair
you
bet that they'd speak Goblin?
Probably not, actually. Yeah.
Common's going to be just fine.
You got 2 orcs and an ogre here. Yeah, common should do fine as far as you know.
Okay. We could just hit the general notes. You're
Okay.
weak, your bloodline's weak, your children won't survive the winter, your mom's a good lay.
Damn, going straight for the bloodline.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, so
And then
you
straight for the
ran
jugular.
you ran sort of up to the bridge and yelled that?
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm about maybe 10 feet back from the mouth of the bridge on our side of it.
Sweet.
And I have my sword out and I'm,
Okay.
trying to make a nuisance of myself.
Give me an yeah, that's more like there. Give me an intimidation roll, and is there anyone in particular of the 3 that stand before you that you are focusing on?
Oh, yeah. Cuddy McThroats-a-lot, the guy that wants to kill Vulcrivaz.
Vulcrivaz did
Ooh.
mention as well last session that he's technically responsible for his dad's death.
In that case, maybe one of the taunts will be come and meet your dad.
Yeah. Oh no!
There it is.
All right. Can I
just a
get an
second.
intimidation roll? Yeah.
Yes, you
Because
can.
that is brilliant. I love it. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, I rolled a 9, so probably not so much with the intimidation.
He barely takes his eyes off of... it's a little hard to tell because actually now you're kind of standing in the way. But he looks at you with some annoyance and returns his eyes, at least as far as you can see, to Vulcrivaz.
Well, he's got to get over the bridge to get to Vulcrivaz, so...
You do hear a rumble from the ogre, who shouts, That was uncalled for.
Guess I don't have as much of a handle on orc culture as I thought I did.
Like the idea of the ogre thinking, wait a minute, that guy killed my dad.
Yeah, is there anything else that you wanted to do?
I just want to make sure that I have my sword at the ready. So what are the likelihood of like ball bearings being at all useful?
Ball bearings would probably be fairly useful. I would say you might be up shit creek if the ogre steps on them, because she might just pound them into the turf. But anybody else,
I'll take it. The worst thing that happens is I drop them and move on with my day. Having something is kind of a free action because you just go, oh, my hand's open now.
I would say that given that you're probably just trying to spread them around a little bit strategically and get some area out of it.
For clarification, I meant if I end up not being able to use them, just drop them like out of my way.
I can call that a bonus action. You could totally do that while because you're using your action to make an intimidation thing, but really all that requires is your voice and a certain amount of body language. So like you could definitely be spreading those around while you were doing the other stuff.
Oh no. Once again, I just want to have them in my hand like pocket sand.
Oh, you just want to draw them into your hand? Yeah, that's just a basic interaction. That don't cost nothing.
So that I can use them should the situation arise. Because they're all on the other side of the bridge. They're going to see what I'm doing if I drop them right now.
That's true. So you've distracted them with your cat calling or whatever it is you want to call it, with your intimidation, and you're drawing into your hand a surprise tool to use later.
Yes.
Okay, and that's it?
Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, Volker bars.
So Malcolm accidentally drops those. Malcolm trips over them and goes into the water. He accidentally summons Toothpick on top of Vukovar's. We're both dead and it's only Gaspar.
Because I do not have a Lipleurodon yet, so let's not do that.
You planning on finding a Lipleurodon, huh?
I will try. I'll name it Charlie as well.
Charlie.
If I move here, Adam, will I be able to ready an action to move back when Malcolm destroys the bridge?
I mean, how good a swimmer are you?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Awesome. And then for a bonus action, I'll prepare Holy Wrath, because I should always be doing that.
Gotcha.
Just in case an attack of opportunity comes up or something.
Smart. Yep.
Just for the sake of clarity as well, I'm keeping my dex bonus and I've got a shield up. Yeah, I'm actually being a bit defensive today.
That's absolutely fine. The ogre
has fallen in love with the princess. Sorry.
The ogre runs forward brandishing a club and steps partway onto the bridge. She does not go the entire way, but that's only because that's the end of her movement. Volkovars is standing there anyway, and she actually gets reach with her club, so she is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks at Volkovars with said club. What the? That is a 15 and a 16 to hit.
I was expecting higher. No, neither of those will hit.
Okay.
He's got 17 AC with the shield.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. I will tell you, I was also expecting it to be higher. Not rolling great today, and it's just started. Okay. You hear the voice of Chief Olgren in the back. It says, Rugild runs forward and makes an attack, a swing, and a swing again. Both misses with her giant club. I don't know who this newcomer is, but his shield action is on point. I have decided that I am going to do the bulk of the descriptions of this fight in Chief Olgren's voice as he is commentating to the crowd.
That's great.
So, Rugild, the ogress, sort of like growls a little bit as her club ricochets off of your shield. But that is it for her turn. All right. In the background, out of the corner of your eye, Volkovars, you could see the caster orc quickly sort of casts something, and there's a silvery sheen that sort of appears over her body. You'd probably recognize this from your time in the field as a mage armor effect. And she actually vaults over a fallen pillar that's behind her and crouches down, mostly out of sight. She's being tactical, from what you can tell.
Awful.
Understandable.
Okay. Malcolm, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. The other guy still hasn't moved yet.
Yeah, he rolled low, and I'm disappointed. I really wanted that to, like, the roll to reflect the fact that he is fucking pumped right now, but let's say that he hesitated a little bit when Gaspar started shouting things.
And also, we probably thought my moment is finally here, and it's like, you know, he's like gets all in his head, you know.
Yeah. It is like that sometimes.
I can technically hold action until he does something.
Yeah, you can't. The way it works in 5e is you can't do your entire turn, but you can hold a single action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move a little bit forward. I can see the the orc on the other side, so I can hit him with the Aldred Spear.
Yeah, make that attack. Oh, wait, did you want to? I'm sorry. Is that you're holding an action to wait and see if he does something?
Oh no, I'm just gonna hit him with it.
Oh, okay, because you said that before.
I was hoping that if I attack him, it would give him some incentive to come closer to the bridge, and then I can hold my action for the mold earth until either one of them gets onto the bridge, and then next turn I can summon Toothpick.
I swear to God, I'm not keeping her off of the bridge to spite you guys. That's just that's as far as she could go.
But I did get a 15 on the Eldritch Blast against the orc across the way.
15. All right. So, even though his eyes are locked onto Volkravar's, this newcomer sort of like casually Aragorn's past the whiz. He's got a bit of armor on, and he's clearly light on his feet. So it just kind of like he dips a little bit, and it flies over his shoulder, and it actually tears a chunk out of the wall back here. Sorry, man.
That's all right. Malcolm would just scowl and just be like, all right, later then. And then he will prepare to use Mold Earth on the bridge. Not yet.
Yeah, you say prepare to use. Just for clarification, since you've used your action, you can't actually prepare an action. So this is more just like in character. You're saying, okay, next turn, that's probably what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just for clarification's sake.
No, I just had a weird thought. If I could throw that weird transformation apple into the ogre's mouth, because it's probably hanging open, right? But no, it's.
They tend to be a little slack-jawed. It's true.
Plus, what if you throw it and it turns out to be like a dragon polymorph?
That's true. Like, there are dinosaurs on the D100 list and stuff like that, so...
Oh.
I mean, there's also like fish on the D100 list.
Just kill her outright.
I mean, not really, because the way polymorph works in 5e is that if you die in polymorph, you don't die in real life. You just revert back to your original form.
That's dumb.
No, it's great. I'm gonna get polymorph at level 4. I mean, at level 6, and it's gonna be fantastic.
Can you polymorph someone into somebody that looks exactly like them but is still polymorphed so that you get a free death?
What?
I think polymorph requires the beast subtype. So
People
you
are
can only
animals.
People are humanoids.
That's dumb. People are animals.
The way I make it make sense in fiction is that the human/humanoid brain is too complex for those magics.
I don't know, man. I've met some anti-vaxxers, so.
What about a cave? Can you be polymorphed into a caveman?
I think that's still a humanoid. Still got a complex brain, just doesn't have Starbucks and Velcro and stuff. But yeah, as we move forward, there is a moment of silence, per se, as running up from the back, the newcomer darts between the ogress's legs, uses two actions, uses a dash action to land right before Volkervar's with just absolute glittering daggers in his eyes and a massive, really wicked-looking great axe in his hands.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, this is a very particularly nasty-looking great axe.
Oh, hey, Arnifrax. I didn't know you were here. How you doing, buddy?
Grits his teeth and just tightens his hands.
Okay.
On the axe.
Things are heating up here in the pitch. They got a skirmish going on in the middle of the bridge, and we'll see how that goes. I'm sure this will be a normal, vanilla by the numbers sort of fight.
And then we are back at the top of the turn order with Gaspar.
And I'm, 15 feet away from the murdery orc?
Yes, from the murder orc.
Let's give him something to laugh about. Just a second. I don't think I need to actually do anything to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
You get a try for Tasha's?
Yeah. Oh, does he have an intelligence score of 4 or more? Otherwise, it doesn't work. Or less,
Well,
rather.
you don't know, but you can presume. 4 or more is basically great apes have a 6, I believe.
Okay. So he gets a wisdom saving throw.
The only sentient creature that has a lower intelligence than that is the legendary Sheriff Stranglebeard, and as far as you know, he's not here.
Noted.
I wish he was, though.
Sprinkle people? Oh wait, is this beard Chuck Norris?
So, yeah, can I get a wisdom save from
Yes,
Murderbot?
absolutely. And Isaac, Malcolm may have heard stories of that sort of variety, so for all you know, there is a wild man in the woods with a beard that actually strangles people. That's part of the legend. Natural 20 on that save.
What a piece of shit.
All right, are there any other... I forget, are there any residual effects, or is it just no effect on a save?
On a success, the spell ends.
Oh, right, so the laughing magics sort of like plow into him.
Oh, we got a couple of casters in this group. That's very exciting. Oh, I love a magic show.
And they just don't seem to be able to find any kind of purchase in him. He is too pissed off to laugh. All right, is there anything else for your turn?
How close am I to a pillar?
The nearest one, I think, is about 20 feet. They're equidistant on either side, so...
I don't believe I have anything else that I can do. I mean, I could make for a pillar, but I've got my sword out. I can just use a reaction if I get attacked. But frankly, nobody's gunning for me as is. Yeah, so that'll be my turn.
Okay. Volkervar's the Footloose.
Oh, how's the family? He's pretty much gonna do the same thing, because if the bridge goes down, he doesn't want to move back and give them space to move in.
Okay. So you can prep a move action. I'm pretty sure you can still take your action. I think.
I thought...
I don't
You know what? I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, whatever. I'm willing to do that wrong for the sake of moving the battle on. So I think that's correct, though. That makes sense to me.
And I will take it.
Yeah, no, you still have an action that you can take if what you're readying is a move action. I'm doing a ruling right now.
Okay, again, just to move things along. And to piss off Honofrax, Vukro is going to cast a Ray of Frost against the spellcaster hiding in the back.
Okay. You just basically see eyes sort of peeking over this broken pillar, so it's going to be a tough shot.
And this was at disadvantage, yeah.
Disadvantage, yeah. I think they do disadvantage instead of having you take attacks of opportunity for casting while in melee. Which I think is a good improvement. I don't like people being, like, punished for using their abilities, but maybe having them at a deficit, you know.
So that's still a 26.
Whoa! Yeah, you just, like, the Ray of Frost just, like, just, like, right over the head.
Oh, what an amazing shot from the newcomer. The strange... What is that, like a hobgoblin or something? I don't know. He looked like he's been chewed up. From Team Velociraptor Starship.
Roll me some damage.
Yeah, that's 11 cold damage.
The head disappears from sight. Very nice. Very nice shot. Oh my god. Alright, anything else you wanted to do?
Bonus action, Holy Wrath, just in case, and that'll be it.
And then you're prepping to back up when Malcolm does his thing. Okay. It is the ogre's turn. Volgravars, I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, I was worried this was gonna happen. 16.
Yeah. Only a 10. He reaches down and makes a swipe at you, like she's trying to grab at you, like she's trying to lift you up, pick you up and yeet you or something like that. Yeah, no, you're able to sort of fend her off.
He like slaps her hand like, no.
I told you, Ant.
Clearly somewhat annoyed by this blackish purplish fog sort of around you guys, and in between Gaspar, Volgravars, there appears, out of thin air, 4 skeletal warriors.
God damn it.
Well then.
Mm-hmm.
This is the skulls part of the flame skulls.
The skeletons join the initiative order at initiative... Oh, that's not good. At initiative 7. Okay. Well, actually, that is good, because that means they get to go this turn, I think.
Yeah, right after the orc.
Yeah, I think basically if I have somebody join the initiative, house ruling this now, if I have somebody join the initiative in the middle and they get a higher initiative than we're currently at, I will consider them doing their action on the turn that they are, that they enter the initiative at. Tia Kamazot's back down behind the pillar. That's the caster. As described by Chief Olgrin.
Chief Danny Trejo.
You know, I didn't make that connection, but I like it. It is Malcolm's turn.
But yes, Malcolm will cast Mold Earth over in the 5-foot cube where the orc is standing.
All right, so what exactly are you doing? You're destroying the bridge?
Yes, it allows me to control a 5-foot cube square of Earth.
Oh, only a 5-foot cube. Okay, so you want to go for like the space that the murder orc is on?
Yes.
Yeah. Would have been useful information earlier.
Well, I just realized that, and I was like, oh. Well, I mean, it kind of works.
Well, it makes sense because actually, you know, you're just above the thing. So suddenly, before you, as he's clearly readying for a strike with this wicked-looking axe.
Okay, the mysterious newcomer wheels back with his axe, like he's gonna take a chunk out of this two-toy hobgoblin guy. Oh no, but the bridge is destroyed! What will the newcomer do? You make a dexterity save.
He actually does really well on that save. He rolled a 16. So he is actually now sort of clinging onto the edge of sort of where the chunk that Volgravars is standing on. Now he's at your feet instead of falling back into the newly created hole with the water sort of rushing in. So that's your action. Is there anything else you wanted to?
I'm gonna move like 2 steps to the left. That's the left.
So that's 10 feet of movement. Remember, you got 25 to work with.
So I shall summon Toothpick right in front of me, and
Awesome.
we shall do some ET. Yes, I'm gonna ET jump the water pit.
Oh, he's a dinosaur! Oh, that's wacky and cool! Who knew that could be a thing that would happen here today?
How deep is it? Can we tell from where we are?
It's very muddy and churning. It is difficult to tell.
But it's not taller than an Allosaurus. It'd be super funny if he went into the water and ate the guy from the bottom.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think you get the impression that it's not super deep. It's more intended to like impede people. They're probably not going to be swimming. They're just going to be like wading and having trouble getting through it.
Gotcha.
So it'd be like difficult terrain.
More or less, yeah. Okay, so you have leapt it. I would say just make a token acrobatics check for the toothpick.
Okay. And that'd be a 17.
No, he's like his legs mostly go over. Like it's the same as you jumping 5 feet. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have even rolled. I just thought it would have been really funny if he ate dirt.
It would have been really fun.
Yeah, you could actually literally get right up to her.
Oh, man. Can you, like, jump on top of the stone pillar that she's hiding behind?
Yeah.
Fucking Jurassic Park.
He is going to... let's do a claw attack.
Okay. This subclass might be OP.
Just a little bit.
You stomp up on top of the pillar, and Tia Kamazotz, who is sitting down below, kind of like chuckling to herself, suddenly notices a shadow sort of like coming over the top. Oh! And she like freezes, and she looks up, and Toothpick is just like hanging over her, and he makes a claw attack. Go for it.
Malcolm also smiles at her and says, "Sorcery fight?" And then that will be... that's a 20 to hit, because it's a... Oh, no, wait. Oh, never mind. It's a +6. But, yeah, no, that probably does hit her.
You lash out with a claw, and just at the last second, and it seems like it takes, like, a ton of effort, she actually creates almost like this barrier of energy between you two. It slows Toothpick's claw for just a second, but he literally breaks through. The shield shatters. Yeah, you make your claw attack. Go for it. Yeah, you make roll damage rather.
So that's 12 damage.
She takes. All right.
And also, there's something else in here, because if he lands a claw attack, if then hits with a claw attack on the same turn, the target must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone and pounced upon.
Okay.
If not,
yeah, so that's pounce. If at the same turn as you moving more than 20 feet?
Yeah, and yes, there is something else in the pounce description that says I can get a bite attack, but would I have to wait until next? Oh, it's a bonus action.
Bonus action bite if you pounce? God damn, Isaac. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so that's a 10.
10's not gonna do it, I'm afraid.
Damn, that would have been so cool.
Well, actually no, because you have advantage because she's prone. So roll again.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I got a 2 that time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you managed to. So you bite into Earth, but the tattered remains of what remains of the shield spell that she put up seem to like he just kind of like chars on it a little bit, like trying to bite into a piece of cheese and forgetting that it's still got like the wrapper on it for the individually wrapped slices of cheese.
Oh, that's the worst.
All right, that ends your 6 months later. That ends your turn, I guess. So, all right. So back at the bridge, in almost like a soldiery fashion, the skeletons pan out a bit. We are going to see 2 attacks at Gaspar and 2 attacks at Vokravars, one of each being at advantage due to flanking. All right, attack at Gaspar with advantage. Oh, that's a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, it misses.
Does it really?
No, it does not.
Okay.
My
then
AC is
this-
16.
And the second attack is 12. So, all right, yeah. So the 21 to hit, you take 4 points of piercing damage. It's nothing big. The one below you swings and misses as you are dealing with that. Okay, so we'll take the one that is not at advantage against Vokravars. Are you still adding your dex bonus?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's a 12 to hit for the non-advantage one. And the one that is between you and Gaspar, natural 20. You take 9 points of piercing damage.
I feel like the main scary selling point of this fight was the ogre, who I don't believe has landed an attack yet.
Yeah, the thing about ogres is they're not exactly dexterous. When they hit, it hurts, but it's like, when do they hit?
Never. I hope.
The mysterious, sexy stranger dangling from the pit's turn. Then, he's going to sort of like muscle up and keep himself, sort of like grappled to the side with one arm. Oh, the weird newcomer is dangling from the side of where the halfling guy took out all of the bridge, and they're gonna make a swing with this cool axe. What is going to happen? Let's find out. He still did well, though. That's a 19 to hit.
What a bitch.
Bring it, baby.
Okay. All right. As it hits you, you realize this is not an ordinary weapon. You take... That is nice.
Ruh-roh.
You take 15 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
You can feel like some sort of weird necrotic force moving through you as well. But it does not do anything as of right now. Apart from that, you gain an attack of opportunity as he sort of like dashes off to the side. He is like waist deep in water, and as he moves into this section, the water is muddy at the bottom and deeper than it was over here. So he's kind of swimming, but you gain an attack of opportunity against him, Vokravars.
Kick his ass.
Holy Wrath is only damage, isn't it? Yeah. And do I gain any kind of advantage from him being below?
Yeah, I'll say that you gain advantage. He's also like he's sort of like prone right now, so
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 definitely hits.
For 9 damage.
9 damage. Alrighty. Alright, so you cut along his spine a bit as he turns away from you. And you can hear him just sort of grunt as he grits his teeth and swims through the muddied waters. And he's going to sort of like swim up over this way. And he's going to start to pull himself up. I will say that, with the rest of his movement, he can pull himself up. He is now standing on the bank of... Yeah, he's on this side, too. He's standing on the bank. He's good. Gaspar, we're back to the top of the turn order with you.
I don't think I like being surrounded by dudes.
Sorry about that.
It's not your fault, bud.
I realized I left you back there with 4 skeletons, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Dude, you have your own thing that you're doing. Promise, just don't worry about it. It's not important. Everything's gonna be just fine. Great. So I would like to do Thunderwave in this 15-foot cube.
Yeah, 15-foot end-to-end, yeah.
Great. So each creature in a 15-foot cube makes a Constitution saving throw, DC 14. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes 1d8 thunder damage and isn't pushed. So either way, I get to hurt them. In addition, unsecured objects. And then there's a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet. So yeah.
Yeah, Constitution, that's +2. What's the DC?
14.
14. Okay. All right, you only have one success. There's only one success, so
It's fucking annoying.
I believe it's this guy. So this guy gets to stay put. These ones get pushed out 10 feet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that I misinterpreted. So that's great. So I'm going to roll my 2d8. Just a second.
This one actually falls into the water. This one sort of collides with the back of Vokuvar's, sort of like turns off him, because being a skeleton, they're very slight. They don't weigh much. They don't have a whole lot of heft to them. So he sort of like hits you like you were like it was a leaf in a stream and you were a rock that it hit. Just kind of dances around you and ends up in the pit. Falls into the pit down here.
The ones that got blown away took 12 damage. The one that didn't took 6.
Oh my god, 12 damage?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
even as they tumble away, you see bones sort of like scatter left and right and just sort of like dance across the thing. You've clearly almost completely disintegrated them. They're not quite as all gone yet, but... So that was your action. Is there anything else you should like to do?
I don't believe there is much I can do. Is there a way to like take a defensive stand? Is that normal? Is that a thing?
It is, but you have to sacrifice your action to do it, and you just used your action.
No worries. So the only thing I
you-
really would have would be a move action at this point.
Yeah. Move action, and if you have a bonus action. If you have
I
anything
do.
that grants you a bonus action.
Oh, I can dash, I can hide, I can do something else as a bonus action. Hold on.
I don't know how much you can hide in the space that you're currently in with a skeleton looking at you, but...
The trick is
You
to
can
hide
dig in the
behind
pit.
the skeleton.
What was that, Isaac?
I was saying that he could throw sand in the skeleton's face and then like dig into the sand and cover himself.
Pocket sand.
Oh, I can dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. So I can use a bonus action to disengage and then a move action? That was a question.
Yeah. You can bonus action disengage, and that means that he can't make an attack of opportunity.
Bonus action disengage, and then I'm going to move over here.
By the time he thinks to swing at you, you've already sort of danced out of range, so yeah. Okay.
That spell worked 100% the way that I wanted it to when I took it at character creation, and I love that.
Good
That did
turn.
exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Then that's all. That's it for me.
Alrighty. Vokrabars.
I'm kind of disappointed that Anathrax wasn't dangling there anymore, because I was gonna long with
Yeah,
that
it's-
would have.
I mean, you only made a pit that was 5 feet deep. His feet were kind of touching the bottom of it. It was the water rushing in that was giving him trouble.
Could have thrown him sideways. But what Vukravaz is going to do, he will cast the spell Spirit Guardian, which that affects creatures on the start of their turn if they're in the area or when they move in. So I'll let you know when that happens. So is this can this skeleton? Fuck it! I got 17 AC. I'll just take it. And then he'll move the bonus action Holy Wrath. And
Okay.
that will be
Can I
his
ask
turn.
you, when you summon spirits around you to guard your perimeter there, what do they appear like? Just want to get like a sort of a glimpse
That's a
on
good
that.
question, and I'm not entirely sure because it says their spectral form appears angelic or fey.
Fuck that. They appear how you want them to appear, like angelic or fey. Like what?
Oh well, then it's obviously the spirits of hobgoblin ancestors.
Ah, shit. Awesome. You've got these little spiritual hobgoblins just sort of flitting around you. You, like, low-key in the distance on the edge of hearing, you hear hobgoblin war drums off in it's some sort of ethereal adjacent space. It's very cool. All right, so this, so within 5 feet of you, right? What's, 15 feet.
15 feet.
Okay.
So the ogre will only be affected if she comes closer.
The ogre retreats a little.
Ooh.
And slams her hand down into the turf.
Uh-oh.
And comes up with a chunk. So that right there, that one square, is now difficult terrain, as she has basically just like carved a fucking hole in the ground. She flings it at you, Vukravars. That's an 18.
An 18 will hit.
Alrighty. Alright, you take... Holy crap! You take 34 bludgeoning.
I'm sorry,
What?
come again?
How? Wait a second. Did I do that wrong? No! That is one shy of max damage for that attack. It's 3d10. I've got a 10, a 10, and a 9 on my screen right now. You take 34 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ.
Are you still up?
Not by much.
Just about. Are we sure I didn't kill this ogre's dead?
No, but the ogre did just throw a 5-foot square of compact turf at you. The thing that I find amazing about it is there's nothing about, like, knocking you over or something. Well, it's just as well. I mean, the ogre, I told you the ogre hits hard when she actually hits. Holy shit. That's the ogre's turn, though.
Oh no! Tia Kamazatsu is in trouble. There's a dinosaur. He's trying to bite her. It's not good.
The mage is staring directly into the wide open maw of... You just see her suddenly just like, her eyes are wide, she can barely move. She just like extends a finger sort of like up, sort of like behind her, and there's just like a zap, and something appears behind her. It is a skull that is floating in midair and is wreathed in flame.
Huh, I wonder where she got the idea for that.
Flame skulls.
Yep, that is a flame skull.
We don't have a starship, but we did just summon a dinosaur, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
We're both thematically on point.
Exactly. All right, that skull turns towards the both of you and sort of shrieks. It is going to join the turn order. 19. Okay, and as previously mentioned, he does get sort of an attack right here. It is going to look around at the field. It is going to cast Fireball. Yeah, it's going to cast Fireball. Sort of centered, let's see, where can it reach? Yeah, 20-foot radius. Okay, so kind of up by the, it's actually a little bit alarming because the folks in the front seats of the audience, yeah, there's a little bit of singeing and screaming as an explosion occurs roughly right about here. And I'm going to say because you are riding on Toothpick, Isaac, Malcolm will just be rolled in with this. Have Toothpick make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, right. That is an 11.
Yeah, DC is 13.
Damn.
Okay, so you take 8. So Toothpick and you take 8d6 fire damage. Let me roll that for you. Oh, there's a couple ones in there. It's not too bad.
300 damage.
You take 17 points of fire damage. You take 17 points of fire damage, and Toothpick takes 17 points of fire damage.
Everybody takes 17 points of fire damage.
Sorry, that's 8d6. I'm sorry, that's 23. 23 points of fire damage. That was my bad.
Okay.
I made that. All right, and the flame skull is going to sort of circle away to behind this pillar here. And Kamazot's stands is going to use half her movement to stand up. But she's not going to move away because she's kind of within your claws, and she doesn't know how to get out without running afoul of said claws. Okay. And Malcolm, it is your and Toothpick's turn once again.
Let's see. That floating skull, was that considered a spell?
No, it is an independent creature in its own right.
Damn it. Alright. Alright, since she wants to play with fire, I'm going to hit her with fireball.
Were you considering dispelling the summon?
Yeah, I was thinking of that, actually.
Is that a thing that he can do, Adam?
You know, I think it makes sense. All right, yeah, so go ahead and, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So make a charisma check.
All right, charisma check. I got an 18.
Oh, hell yeah, that's gone. Hell yeah, that's gone. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Malcolm does and it's like snaps his fingers in the skull's direction.
Yeah. So as the magics encircle it, the jaw on the skull just drops open, and this mind-rending shriek just kind of like shakes the area, and it dissipates and gone. A jaw-dropping move from the new halfling with the cool hair.
I'm surprised like a little bit of my hair isn't on fire. You know what? It probably is. Still.
Yeah. There's a little tuft that's just like... There's like embers deep inside of it. You're going to have to get that out of there eventually.
The bees that live in your afro are putting the fire out as we speak.
So that's it for your action. What about the actions of Toothpick?
Toothpick is going to go in for another claw attack. Because that was pretty helpful.
Yep.
Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit, no.
Dang. Okay. Do I only get to do that once?
Yeah, I only get to do that once. We determined that he doesn't have multi-attack. He only gets the bonus bite attack if he has pounced upon her.
Well, I'm still happy that we got rid of the fireball casting skull.
It's the mysterious stranger's turn yet again.
So he'll need to make a, I believe, wisdom save.
18. He is rolling real good.
With halving a odd number, do you round up or round down in 5e?
Generally you round down.
And he takes 4 damage.
Okay, he takes 4 damage from your hobgoblin ancestors, which he sneers at as he steps up to you. Oh man, what's gonna happen?
Oh, the young man who has pinched in for the other guy whose name I don't remember. He has got a look of vengeance in his eyes. Oh, this feels very serious.
Does a 12 hit your AC?
12 does not.
All right, so yeah, he takes a swing at you, and actually, I think you should have taken an extra point of bleed damage. By the way, so you actually have to subtract 1 point of damage from your hit points right now.
Wonderful.
Yeah, sorry. He swings at you. You sort of like desperately block it away with your shield, and he readies for another blow.
Thank the ancestors for that.
One of the ancestors floats by. You're welcome. All right, it is the skeleton's turn, and they took a bunch of damage from Gaspar. So yeah, this one explodes, that one explodes, that one explodes. And what was that? What was the full amount of damage?
Well, he'll have to make a wisdom throw as well. That's just to see whether he takes full or half.
It's a 17 on the die.
He'll make it. But that's 6 radiant.
Right. They are not vulnerable to radiant. They are just not immune or resistant to it. So, what does he take? Full 12? 6?
6.
It just so happens that 6 is the exact amount that he had left anyway, so...
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Alright, he splinters into bones down there.
It surprises me that skeletons aren't vulnerable to radiant damage.
Yeah, the way it
That
works
feels weird.
in previous editions, it was that way. In this edition, it's more like they tend to be resistant to other damages. So by contrast, it's
Okay, yeah.
like they're it's a lot like they're
Vulnerable.
vulnerable is the word I'm looking for. Yes, thank you. I'm so bad with words. Goodness. Anyway, so that is it for the skeletons. That when I say it's it, that is it for the skeletons. There are none left on the field, except for the ones that are encased in meat suits, such as the one inside of Gaspar. Which Gaspar?
Yeah, Gaspar, that's me, is going to move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here, sacrifice a reaction so that I can attack this chuckle fuck with advantage.
Yeah, by the way, just from looking at him, your buddy Vukovars is looking pretty ragged right now.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm over here.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
16 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, man, his AC is 17.
Well, missed.
You sure did. Yeah, so you scrape across his arm, but he's forced to sort of like look at you and sneer at you. And he says, "My father was a noble man." He remembers what you said to him earlier.
And now he's a corpse.
Okay, Volkravars, it's your turn. I don't know why I keep accidentally skipping past. You've taken a boatload of damage. Tell me you got something good on deck.
I've got 3 options before me.
Okay.
And Adam, a line attack can work against anything that the space passes through.
That's correct about lines, yes.
I'll just ask like this. Can you see that line I'm making there?
I can.
Did that get
I can.
So, Vukro will... Well, you know what? He'll say it now. Long live the king, and fire a lightning bolt.
Yo!
So they both have to make a dexterity save.
Oh, we've got thunder and we've got lightning here today.
Oh, neither of them did particularly well. That's a failure on both.
And they both take 27 damage.
Oh!
Good. Returning the favor.
All right, this is the first time. This is the first time the ogre's been hit. Dexterity. Yeah, she actually drops her club as her body sort of convulses a bit. This guy right here, he is actually flung to the ground, and he is convulsing so hard. He is not down, like he is not dead, but he is looking pretty fucking rough. We're back with the ogre right now. She kind of casts a look back at this guy and the gangbang of pain that he is currently in, and she just kind of like makes a dismissive gesture with her hand, just like, ah, fuck that guy. Yeah, she picks up her club and runs over to the dinosaur. They look like they're having fun over here.
We sure are.
The ogre's little piggy eyes meet yours, Malcolm, and it says,
I like your dinosaur.
Thank you.
and then of course she proceeds to just club it. She is going to make 2 attacks against Toothpick.
All right. Let's do it.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Then both of the attacks will hit.
Ooh.
All right, so that's going to be 6d10 plus 10 bludgeoning damage. No, 6d8,
Right.
not 6d10, 6d8. You're fucking 26 points of damage. 2 1s and 2 2s on those d8s. God
Whew.
damn. All right.
She still hit him pretty good.
Toothpick takes 16 points of bludgeoning. As the hill goes,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can Malcolm use a reaction to give her a biscuit?
there will be time for biscuits at the after party.
This can be one hell of an afternoon.
It's Kamazot's turn. Kamazot's is just going to like drop the summoning part of her whole shtick, and she is going to cast. Oh, she has that. Oh my god.
Hi, Malcolm.
That doesn't sound good. Yes.
Just saying goodbye.
Camazotz disappears.
Oh, fucking course she
Ah.
does.
Well then, it's a dick move on her part.
Yeah, to your vision, you have this exchange with the ogre, and you turn around, and Camazotz is gone.
Gone. Son of a bitch. Well, all right then. That is okay.
Because it is Malcolm's turn now.
How far away is the ogre from me again?
From Toothpick, a mere like 5, like
Yeah.
she's like 10 feet away from you.
Okay. I would like to cast Shatter in a 10-foot sphere, and let's see what I hit. Let's see. Oh, everything has to make a Constitution 15 saving throw.
Okay, so in a 10-foot sphere, like immediately around you.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: Toothpick would also have to make that save.
Oh, he would. Damn.
Yeah, he counts as a separate creature from you. So
Oh, his Constitution is quite nicely though.
your call. Just thought you would like to make that decision with the best information available.
That is a very good point. I do not want to let my Toothless get hurt then.
Hang on 1 second. Did you say shatter?
Yes.
Shatter.
That does have a 60-foot range. It's an area that you choose.
Yeah, so you don't actually have to do it immediately around you. I feel like Isaac was going for, he wanted to see if he could catch an invisible Camazotz somewhere nearby.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to, you can cast that just so that it hits the ogre.
Or it hits an area where I just kind of blindly guess if she's there. So actually, I would like to use Mind Sliver against her, and she will have to make an Intelligence 15 DC save.
Oh boy. Okay. 19 or a 20. Nope, that's a 10. All right, she rolled a 10, so that is a 7. You picked the right save.
I thought so. I'm like, I wonder how smart she is.
All right, what does Mind Sliver do?
Mind Sliver. It is you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range. The target must make the intelligence saving throw, or take, in this case, 2d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my turn.
Okay, so if anybody else wants to use something on her that requires a saving throw, now is the time. All right, so go ahead and roll that damage.
But yeah, that's 5 damage.
Just 5 damage?
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. It's true. She seems to be standing there, sort of dazed.
Probably got one hell of a headache. But I shall hit. Toothless will charge her with his claws. Does a 12 hit?
12 just barely does not hit.
Darn.
Her AC. So the claws sort of like gouge into her, but they don't. Her skin is thick and leathery and stuff. And while they break the surface, you detect that there is like no blood. It's like you just basically got through the callus that is her outer skin.
Darn. Next time.
Yeah, next time. Hey, listen. You're doing glorious kaiju battle against a creature many times bigger than you are. So, how can you say no?
It feels so. Malcolm is just having the best time of his life. He's just riding a dinosaur fighting the ogre.
To the left, a battle of the titans. To the right, 2 guys beating up another guy in a Denny's parking lot.
No,
Or local equivalent.
What the hell are you talking about, Chief?
Shh, I'm doing my own thing.
So 2 things on the start of his turn. Do I take that bleed damage on his turn?
no, it would have been at your turn. So yeah, you take 1 point of damage when we come to your turn.
Okay, and he needs to make a wisdom save.
How does a 15 sound. 1-5.
A 15 will fail, so that sounds very good. And he takes 10 radiant damage from the spirits.
He takes 10 radiant damage, and he is down.
Yeah.
He is down. Immediately, as soon as that happens, he just like kind of collapses. He falls backwards. Even then, somehow shouting in rage. A single goblin, it looks like a sort of a cleric of the Reformed Church of Grumsh, steps out, avoids the guardians. They seem to have like a hooked pole, and they just sort of like stick it out, and they grab him out from under his collar, and they start dragging him back towards the stands, where they start working on healing him. But he is out of the match.
Woo!
I'm so glad Vukro survived long enough to see him fall.
It's like the Oscars when somebody's taking too long. They just get the hook pole and they just grab them.
Well, they know that there are all kinds of circumstances they have to get through, and they don't want to wade through Vukrovar's spirit guardians, but they don't want to tell them to turn it off either, so they just got to stick.
As someone who has worked in live events, that is completely plausible.
Well, you've been seeing it more. You've been seeing it all night. When somebody falls, the clerics from the stands come out and they start bringing them in. They're not going to like heal them back to full or anything, but they do have a vest. As Chief Ulgrin said at the very beginning of the match,
No deaths. We don't fight to the death no more. Is inefficient.
And with that, it is Gaspar's turn. Gaspar, you see dinosaur battling going on the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash over, and then I'm gonna stab the ogre.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
so
wait,
distract.
hold on, wait,
Mhm.
sorry, hold on. I just remembered that I can cast magical spells. I'm so used to just being the rogue.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet of movement, so that's my full move. And then I will cast a spell.
What?
I know, right? It's called Id Insinuation. I unleash a torrent of conflicting desires in the mind of one creature I can see, with impairing its ability to make decisions. Succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be incapacitated. At the end of each of its turn, it takes 1d12 psychic damage and can make another wisdom saving throw. So please give me a throw.
Minus 1d4 on the wisdom saving throw because of Mind Sliver in the previous. That does not look good for our friend. That is a 10 minus 1. That's 9.
Yeah, that does not succeed. So your boy is incapacitated. So she will be taking 1d12 psychic damage at the end of each of her turns.
Oh, what is going on with Rugilda? She is normally such an adamant fighter, but she seems confused out there today. She's just standing there.
Vokravars, the Footloose, go ahead.
When they dragged Honothrax away, did like his axe fall out of his hands or anything?
Roll a d20. Let's find out.
Nat 20?
It fell directly to your feet.
Okay. Would it take an action to pick it up? Or
That's an interaction. You basically get a freebie one of those per turn. If you start doing it like left and right and abusing it, yeah, but like it's an interaction. It doesn't count as an action of any sort.
Cool. Then Vukravaz will pick it up. And as he moves forward, he'll sort of hold it up to the crowd.
The crowd roars.
Ah, we've got a prize fighter over here. He knows how to please the crowd.
And all of the hobgoblin ancestor spirits will join in the celebration.
Yeah, there's some showboating going on back here.
This dude tortured Vukro. He enjoys taking him down. But yeah, Vukro will move up. That's as far as he can go.
Yeah.
And he'll point the axe at the ogre and cast Sacred Flame. So that will require a dex throw from her.
Yeah, that's a 3. That is a 3.
Yeah, 9 radiant damage.
It is the ogre's turn. She is incapacitated, but can make a wisdom saving throw, right?
At the end of each of its turn, it takes 1d12 psychic damage, and then it can make another wisdom saving throw. So the saving throw seems to be contingent on taking the damage.
Okay, 1d12 psychic damage. All right, go ahead and roll me that.
6.
All right. She
Six,
takes
six.
6 points of
Okay.
psychic damage. And she makes a roll. Very interestingly, that is a 0. Not great.
Is that possible?
Because it was a 2 on the die, and she has it was a 1 on the die, and she has a -1 to wisdom. So yeah, she is, if anything, more confused than she was initially, and it hurts. It hurts. What am I doing with my life?
Right.
All right, Malcolm.
Oh, it's not.
It
Oh,
is not your turn yet. Up at the top of a pillar behind you, Camazotz reappears.
Oh, she's just out of range.
She's going to go ahead and cast Firebolt. That is a... Fuck off, a 2 on the die. Yeah, so you turn around just as you see like a light in the corner of your vision, and you pretty much immediately, you just suddenly like instinctively throw yourself sideways on Toothpick's back, and a bolt of fire literally whizzes right past your shoulder and impacts the crowd, which they also barely jump out of the way in time.
Oh!
damn.
Just as things seem to be curtains for our big friend Rugilda, Camazotz reappears on the scene.
Malcolm, it is your turn.
Malcolm would like to cast Gust at the woman on top of the pillar, and she needs to make a strength saving throw or be knocked back 5 feet.
Which she is standing on a pillar 15 feet in the air, so let's see how that goes for her. That's a natural 1!
That's right, baby. That's talking about.
All right, so you just go, and you just avatar her right off of the pillar. She crashes to the ground, and she takes 13 points of damage. And she just like, you just hear like this like as she hits the ground. She doesn't seem to be unconscious, but she's kind of low-key staring at the ceiling going, I can't believe that just happened. You know what I mean.
How could this happen to me?
Oh man, that was great. Yes. All right, and I'm gonna have Toothless run over to her.
Possibly Toothpick.
Yes, why did you call him Toothless? God,
Who
Toothpick.
doesn't love How to Train Your Dragon?
If a pillar were to fall on her, would that kill her?
It would definitely do some serious damage. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right. Walk up to it and move your token up to it and give me a strength check.
That will be a 15. Oh, sorry, 14. Sorry.
A 14?
Yes.
You are able to sort of like strain and push. You push against this pillar, and you don't think you're going to get it, but at the last second, you actually manage to push it up out of the ground. And it actually tumbles down and lands directly out. The last thing you see is the Camazotz Tia's eyes suddenly widening, and then the pillar just like breaks over her. And the next thing you know, there are clerics working their way out of the crowd and pulling her back from the wreckage of the pillar. She is out of the match.
Woo!
One quick thing, because I forgot. I don't think the ogre made a save for the spirit guardians.
Oh, I forgot about the spirit guardians. Yeah, she got a 7 on her save, so she takes more.
Ooh, 18
18 damage. She still takes it like a champ, though. She is a big bag of hit points, but she is definitely starting. She's got tears in her clothing and stuff, and of course she's like sort of like idly picking her nose as she contemplates the universe.
I was gonna ask you if she was idly picking her.
She was doing that before the spell.
It is Gaspar's turn.
Well, I'm out of spells, except for my cantrips.
But she's also incapacitated, which means you would probably get sneak attack on anything you care to do.
Then yeah, we'll attack the incapacitated ogre. A little of that sweet sneak attack damage, God willing. Okay, so does 27 hit?
You better fucking believe it does.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
It was a natural 20, so something critical hit, something. Okay, so then I need to roll damage. And how does crit? It just doubles the initial?
It doubles the die roll. So you don't double like your ability modifier.
That is 22 damage.
Yeah, you actually get to double your sneak attack as well.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not.
That's a delightful change of pace, which brings us... I'm just going to double what was already there, if that's okay. So it ends up being 36 damage total.
36 damage. All right, that one seems to have nipped a vessel.
Uh-oh. Well, I seem to have nipped a vessel.
And you see that she is actually staggering.
Good for her.
Sort of like barely up. But still up. So who wants to go for this final blow? Volkravar's the footloose.
I like that you've added the fallen pillar. That's a nice.
Agreed.
Thank you.
I like the
I think it's really funny what we did to this arena, frankly.
I mean, what I've learned about us is wherever we fight, the place is not going to be the same afterwards.
Pretty
This
much.
is largely Isaac's fault.
Oh, he puts pillars and stuff in rooms and expects me to do nothing with it. Oh,
I expect absolutely nothing of the sort.
shit.
But yeah, mainly to see what it will do. Volkravaz will attack with Arnophrax's axe.
Go for it. Make an attack. It is a great axe.
Are there any like modifiers, bonuses? I should know
There
about?
aren't.
Is it +1, etc.?
It is not. It does not seem to be +1. So just make a regular attack roll.
Yeah, it's only a 16.
Oh, 16 does hit. I mean, she doesn't have a particularly high AC. So roll 1d12 plus your strength modifier.
I'll roll 1d12 plus Constitution because of Holy Wrath.
Excellent.
That's 7.
So yeah, you see this little dark magic sort of like flow around it, and it bites into her flesh through like the leathers and furs of her armor, and that seems to be enough. She, toweringly, like a tree falling in the forest, slowly tips and tips and tips and gathers speed and then hits the ground, taking out this pillar as well.
That one wasn't
That
me.
one wasn't me. And she is out of the races. The goblin runs out and starts trying to pull on her, quickly gives up, and just drops her a heel right there.
The champions! The new champions! Velociraptor Starship!
The crowd erupts.
Gross.
Volkravars, as you regard the ebony black axe that is in your hands, the ogre blood that is sort of dotting it sort of like beads up and slowly starts to dissipate as though it was being absorbed by the great axe.
That's awesome.
So Volkravaz is going to be holding the axe, playing up to the crowd.
Mhm. Yep.
All excited. And then he's immediately going to stop and stare at
Yep.
what the fuck?
Woo!
Can I pet your dinosaur?
The crowd is going.
Malcolm said, yes, so you should probably watch your hands and bring snacks.
Yeah, the crowd kind of comes down onto the pitch. They start petting the dinosaur. Chief Ogren marches up to Volkravars and Gaspar because they're kind of close together and everything like that. And he presents you with this really cool sort of like blaster thing. it looks almost as though it's made out of stone or some kind of like sort of poorly put together metal. The craftsmanship doesn't seem to be the thing. It's the magical craftsmanship that seems to be the draw of this thing. And you have in your possession a Castorian boomstick.
I love.
Question.
Mhm.
How long does that bleed last?
It seems to give the clerics a couple of trouble. A couple of trouble. It seems to give the clerics a little bit of trouble, but within what would be a couple of rounds.
Well, I'm just gonna say that when Chief Olgrin comes over, Vukromar just sort of walks up to him proudly and then collapses.
Oh.
Well,
We are the champion.
well, okay.
Listen,
He like holds up his one body and is all like, yeah.
that just happens sometimes. You know, it's no big deal.
Well,
Da,
thanks-
get over here, Da.
And then one of the clerics kind of like scrambles over and brings you back. You regain 7 hit points.
Well, thank you, Chief, for the boomstick. I hope you had a good time watching.
Oh, it's really cool with the dinosaur and all that magic and stuff. It was very neat.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Are there more of these, or was this kind of it for fights?
Well, you basically get to, you enter one per night and everything. And that's so that everybody is totally fresh and we don't have people with unfair advantage because they're fighting a dude who was already fighting.
Makes
that
perfect
kind of
sense.
thing. Yeah.
Well, thanks for throwing the fight. I mean, it was a great time. A great time was had by all.
Yeah, you're totally welcome to come to next year's unless it's hosted by the Thrax clan because they're kind of pissy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again. You have a great rest of your day, bud.
All right.
Where is the after party, by the way?
Oh yeah, the after party.
You're at it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's people are drinking. They're fighting. They're having a good time. It's all getting crazy out here in Orkalork. But yeah, what do you guys plan to do with the rest of your evening?
Well, I was hoping. I mean, obviously, once Volkervars regains consciousness, maybe have a conversation about what we want to do with the magical item as a group. Does it make sense for one of us to wield it? Does it make more sense to sell it for the money or
Like the boomstick or
the
the axe?
boomstick?
The axe you probably
Are we
don't get to
giving
keep,
it
by the way. Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, like, are we going to steal this guy's thing? Because I feel like that's just going to
still
be
there.
more.
Yeah, he's not going to give it up or anything. Like, you don't get to just take the opponent's stuff. The prize is the prize.
Is he
It
still
isn't like
unconscious?
he's abandoned.
I mean,
What's that?
Is he still unconscious?
No, he is conscious and he is kind of sitting back and he is glowering.
Nice. Maybe
we should swap it.
maybe I'll
for-
go walk over to him. Did we learn his name throughout all of this?
Anathrax Flamewalker.
Mr. Flamewalker.
That's bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mr. Flamewalker.
All right, you walk up to him and he puts his hand to the hilt of a dagger that's at his side and stares at you.
Hey, the fight's over, champ. Maybe relax a little.
The fight is never over.
I guess it depends on who you're fighting. I got a question for you.
Speak quickly.
You were looking to get revenge on my boy Volkervars over there?
There is no revenge. There is just the Thrax clan being better than everyone else.
Oh, well, this is already not going the way I hoped. That was out loud. That was not a...
The laughter is not in character.
What was Gaspar hoping for?
Well, out of game. It was like you try to take revenge.
I have
You
learned my lesson and grown as a person.
No. You try to take revenge and you fail. That should be it. Like, if you are incapable of taking that revenge in that moment, whatever it is, whatever god, whatever ancestors you believe in clearly didn't want you to do it. But if that's not what he was about, then that argument isn't going to matter. And I'm just...
Thrax clan does not stop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shift tracks real quick, and I'm gonna look him right in the fucking eye, and I'm gonna be like, listen, whatever you need to work out with Volkervars, you guys can do that on your own time. Right now, we're dealing with something a little bigger than all that. So you're going to leave him alone until our business is concluded, or we're going to have some problems outside of the arena.
Okay, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Here's hoping that I roll slightly more than a 2 this time.
3.
It is
3.
slightly more than a 2. I got a 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, with a 16, he kind of
pisses
like
on
goes
me?
to glare. He
Oh,
goes
okay.
to glare up at you, and he looks like he's going to say something, but he meets your eyes, and he just like curls his lip, and then he takes his hand off of his dagger. No, you know what? He pulls out his dagger and he starts stabbing the ground, and his eyes kind of like come away from you, and he just sort of stares sullenly forward.
Yeah, you show that planet.
Was that like
He
an
says nothing.
agreement, or
What it was not an immediate increase of hostility. I don't. You get the impression that that's not exactly tantamount to agreement.
No, but it isn't him stabbing me in the throat right now, which I'm going to take as a win.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's it for me in that social interaction. I'm going to go back to the reveling.
Yeah, so question, are we like outside of the combat tents now? Is everyone back out partying?
You are, at this point, you are free to move about the map. You are wherever you wish to be.
Okay, first thing is potion seller guy. Is his stand still go?
He seems like he's like getting ready to pack up. In fact, a lot of people seem to have retreated to like tents that are sort of strewn about the place. The outer tents of this festival seem to be like largely people bedding down for the night and stuff. So it's definitely thinning out, and he seems like he's packing up a bit. But you know, he's still there. He's still got his stuff out. So
Good, because things moved a bit quickly last time. I did want to get a potion off.
oh, hey.
You said you can mix.
I'm doing the Danny Trail now.
Yeah.
You,
You said you mix the ingredients of one potion with another and make a potion with that. Yes.
Yeah, it's an up and coming thing.
Okay. Half the ingredients of a healing potion, and then the other half the ingredients of the same healing potion.
So a healing potion.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I mean, that's really more of like a cleric's bailiwick, but I mean, I'll give it a
You just put
shot.
2 juices in a bottle, bud. Like, what's...
It's not as simple as what? Yeah, magic is just as simple as putting 2 juices in a bottle. Yeah, you figured it out. Well done.
fucking hell, what?
Oh, he rolled in that one. Here you go. It's a healing potion. I think this might be my finest work.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He
So
wanted
true.
that one, so I'll pay him 50
You
gold.
pay him the 50 gold.
I now have a reliable healing potion. I'm moving up in the world.
But then, as the revelry is going on, Vukro will look for Honothrax.
Okay. Give me a perception check. I dropped all my shit.
Only a 7.
Only a 7. All right, you go back to the pitch where you saw him before, and aside from a few gouges from a dagger in the ground, you don't see him.
Can I use an investigation to, like, spend a bit of time looking for?
If you want to spend a little bit of time looking for him through the crowds, go ahead and make a...
Also a 7? Fucking hell.
Jesus. I will say that while you don't find him, you do find a cluster of tents on the outside of the outside perimeter of the festival. You know, where people are bedding down, that bear a certain familiar clan flag. And it's a question of whether you want to go into that or not.
Is there anyone like standing guard?
There are people milling around, and some of them are standing around and trying to look tough, so I guess you could reasonably consider that they're on guard. The Thrax clan doesn't like outsiders coming in, so...
Yeah, Vikro will approach one and say, Flamewalker, fetch him for me.
Who's asking?
Vukravaz of Tuskep.
He, looks you up and down, and his hand goes to the hilt of his sword.
Why don't you make me go get it?
Well, if you want to be the reason he doesn't get his axe, that's your choice.
Do you have the axe on your person right there?
Yeah, I'm assuming I've still got it. So, like, he'll be showing it.
I'll take it and give it to him. But I do not move for any man, especially not filthy Tuskep scum.
Volkravars, did you go by yourself?
Up to you guys, really. He'd go by himself. Didn't want to come along.
Yeah.
I'll be with you, just because you are going into, rival gang territory. So yeah, I'll also be there, looking menacingly with my
Malcolm
fucked
will
up
just have his
eyes.
bag of biscuits and and kind of gesture towards it, like, "Hey."
Does the Thrax orc take a biscuit?
I would say Malcolm can make a persuasion check if he wants to make the biscuit thing be a thing.
All right, I got a 10.
He spits off to the side, but otherwise makes no move to take the biscuits. All right, so yeah, he has basically said, give me the axe, but I'm not going to be your errand boy. I'm not going to be your messenger boy.
Then why don't you just find a messenger boy for us? You can't just shout back there. Like, I'm all for your toxic masculinity. Like, it's clearly what's keeping you going, but like, you could be mildly helpful without inconveniencing yourself.
He shrugs.
Any one of you could call out if you wanted to. You don't need me to do that.
I mean, you people are trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to be respectful here, but fuck it. Flamewalker!
That's one way to do it. That actually does seem to sort of like rouse the attention of many of the people that are around. And then now you've got a whole bunch of Thrax clans staring at you. But after a moment, our boy does indeed return.
What do you want?
Vukravaz is gonna toss the axe down at his feet. And he's going to say, I don't have many kind things to say of your... But he did die with honor. The next time you come at me, will you do the same?
God damn.
There is no honor. There is only success on the battlefield. There is only glory.
Oh, are you going to be trying to get some of that soon? Because earlier today, not a great look.
He sneers, and he kicks the axe, and he says,
Keep it. I don't want an axe that has been touched by Tuskep scum.
Pretty nice axe. Just wipe it off with a cloth or something.
You are a gift, Isaac.
That's free real estate.
He says nothing, and he turns around and goes to leave.
You tried.
Well, a free axe is a free axe. That being said, if you ever do get into a skirmish with more than one of them, I recommend you just go around and tap all their weapons.
Weapon cooties. You got the two-step cooties. What do you do?
Why are they like this?
Probably a combination of genetic and societal factors.
I do not understand what you just said.
That's okay.
There's common, and then there's common.
But yeah, fuck it. If he's offering it as a trophy,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's not his intention, but Vukro will take it.
Yep.
It's also like a free axe.
Yeah, free axe is a free axe.
Wait,
I'm just attempting to drive home that the Thrax clan really fucking hates Two-Skep.
I picked that up. I picked up on that.
Well
Yeah.
done, sir.
wait, so does this axe just drink blood, or does it do something with the blood?
At this point, you do not know the answer to that question. You do know that it causes bleed damage.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Malcolm, like being the magic guy, would have some ability to know that. So Vukro will give him the axe if he wants to check it
Definitely. Can I roll
Um,
Arcana?
you can use Arcana to learn about it for sure. So give me that Arcana check.
That is a 21.
You are definitely able to pinpoint this to as being sort of an artifact of an old orc civilization that once lived in the area, sort of like the precursors of the Logbologs, which is sort of like the centralized orc authority in Eastern Eldritch. Back in that time, there was a Dark Lord who kind of ruled over the orcs with an iron fist, and they sought to conquer all of the land. In fact, their citadel can still be seen untouched on the slopes of Mount Dolmen, far to the east. So this is from that time period. This is some 1,000 years ago or so.
Nice.
You can tell that what this thing basically does is it causes bleed damage and also bonus damage in turns immediately after it has hit somebody with an enemy. It has hit somebody with an attack. It hits somebody with an enemy. So after it hits an enemy, you get a bonus to damage on your next attack because it is feeding off of the blood from that enemy.
Nice. Does this thing have a name?
If it does, you do not know it from simply looking at it.
Oh. We should name it.
If this is like the way you described it, it sounds like quite a famous art. Would any of like the milling orcs around Orkalork know of it?
I could also
You
roll
can ask
history, actually.
Yeah, I kind of gave you a bit of history along with the Arcana, but if you want to roll to know the name.
Okay, we lost a bunch of audio here, but basically what I decided to do was Isaac rolled really high on his history, so I gave him the opportunity to name the sword and come up with a little bit of history for it. And he decided that it was the sword of
Silas, the blood drinker. They said that
Silas the Blood.
yeah, there's legends that say that he would seek out the commanders on the battlefield, challenge them to one-on-one combat, and defeat them, and then collect their heart. And in the evening of that battle, he would then drink the blood from the hearts. Very unhygienic, but pretty badass.
All right, it is the axe of Silas the Blood Drinker then. That's fantastic. Oh, that's good. Sorry, that released endorphins for me, Isaac. Oh man. All right, so you've got a new axe. I will send you the block for that axe later, Tiger. Here, how do you guys end your night? You guys get a hot meal of log stew? Yeah, there's a lot of that sort of thing around, like kind of like more like street vendor food, like fried meats and stuff. Fried meats, fried ribs.
Hell yeah! Get me a sausage and a bun.
Hell yeah!
Do they have large bowls for toothpick, or is he just
I'm sure
going
there's
straight to the
troughs.
cauldron?
Yeah. Everybody, by the way, is absolutely tickled pink by the fact that you have a fucking Allosaurus. So, just sort of the bearing and culture of the orcs just sort of like varies wildly across the different nomadic groups. So you've got the absolute fucking dillholes like the Thrax clan, and there's a few associated clans that are sort of similar to that. And then you've got ones like Chief Ogren. Chief Ogren, actually, yeah, he's kind of hanging out and everything. He thinks it's hilarious when they grab a trough and they fill it with log stew for your spectral Allosaurus to consume.
Which also, can he consume?
He can consume. He can consume. He is.
I
It
mean,
is as though he is physically there while he is here.
Wild.
Like, I don't think he gains sustenance from it, but he likes the taste.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's kind of past the point of gaining sustenance, just like in general as a being.
But he's having a good time, and he's earned
He's
it.
having
He's
a good
been
time.
today.
He has. All right, and then so once you've gotten your meal, what do you guys do for the evening? Remember, you do have a compatriot out there who seems to have started pitching a tent already. Like she turned in early.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, also, I meant to remember to give a biscuit to the ogre
Right,
that we
yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah! Biscuits.
Yeah, no, they're totally down for it. The other guy kind of comes up and he's just sort of like rubbing his neck and just like,
Sorry for that. I did not realize he was going to be out for your blood. I probably wouldn't have let him pinch in, but I owed him a favor, and he said he wanted to fight, so...
It's
all
Orkalork,
good.
it happens.
What happens at Orkalork? Am I right, buddy? Yeah.
he gives you a clap on the back there.
But you guys fought amazingly. I thought it was just so very impressive.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
bud.
No, sit down, grab some stew.
A biscuit.
Yes. As it happens, the chef is my aunt.
So you know not to eat it?
I was raised on this stuff. That is how I got the big barrel chest and the bulging muscles.
And he fills his bowl and he eats with you as well.
Oh, Malcolm's like they go wide, and he starts spooning more of it into his mouth.
He's happy to spend the night around a campfire making new friends, which is how you know that it's a role-playing experience, just me.
You do. Camazot's Tia seems particularly interested in your Allosaurus, Malcolm, and she questions you a lot about it.
Toothpick. Yeah, we've been through a lot of shit together.
Yes, I was generally speaking the primary summoner in all of the groups that I have been in, so it is very interesting to see another summoner of sorts.
Oh, it is good. Also, that flaming skull that you summoned was badass.
Oh yes,
So true.
it's kind of the reason why we took the name is because it tends to be my big move at the end of the night. Yeah.
Does he have a name, by the way? Or she? I don't want to assume the skull's gender.
Well, you know, it's not like your guy. Your guy, you have one guy and you summon the guy, and I think that is very special that you have that bond there. But no, I basically summon a different creature every time. I think I am basically tapping into the Shadowfell and grabbing stuff that is in there, but I try not to think too hard about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't affect me.
Wait, so you don't know what you're gonna get? You just kind of reach your hand into a bag and you can get like a spectral floating whale or something?
No, I know the kind of creature I am going to get, but I do not know the individual creature, insofar as undead monsters have their own personalities anyway. They're kind of all just shambling corpses, you know?
Hey, aren't we all?
Hey, I drink to that, eh?
It's a good group, and a bunch of fun is had by all of you, trading stories and just having a good time.
I really like Orkalork. I can't wait to come back next year.
It really is a fun time.
Yes, well, we have to see what clan has it next year. It's very different depending on the clan. The tone is it shifts.
Oh, I bet.
Like, if it gets hosted by Thrax clan, we are all just getting by.
Wait, do we have to like come back and defend the title or something?
You can. You can. I mean, if you don't come, then maybe we defend titles, so it all works out well for us.
Yes, anyway, we probably should be turning in for the evening.
Absolutely. It was lovely to meet all of you. Great fight. Thanks again.
All right, and you guys go to bed, and that's where we will leave the session.
Radical. Could you send me the info for the blunder or the boomstick rather?
The sexy blunderbuss, yes.
Yes,
I
thank
will
you.
absolutely do that. And I need to actually write up the one for the axe, because I sort of have it written, it's just not written in a way... It's not pretty, okay? I'll pretty it up for you, Tiger, and I'll have it ready for you next time.
Okie doke.